Let me close my door because Angel's watching TV. Oh, and you can hear the TV from all the way downstairs. Better. Ow. Jax, you're in a bad spot. Where is he? Where is he? Good. Okay. So, I'm gonna be talking to you guys. Please ignore my grays. Just want to point that out. That's horrible. And I don't feel like brushing my hair. Oh, I literally have tea in my lap and I'm on my bed because I'm getting sick. Like, my throat hurts, my nose is stuffy, and it's all because I walked out today and I had my hair wet and I did not know that it was going to be 51 degrees in Florida this morning. So, yay me. So I'm gonna be drinking tea and I do slurp, so I'm sorry, but I wanted to update you guys because I know you guys, well, some of you have seen my posts and I haven't come on here to really update you guys on what's going on as far as TTC. I do most of my updating on Instagram, so I wanted to come on here, and as usual, I'm going to talk and then I'm going to look at your comments, and I'm just going to say thank you guys so much for joining this live and being a part of my journey. And there's a possibility I might cry only because I'm really sensitive. And this is just something that's really hard. But for those of you that don't know, the last time I spoke to you guys, I told you guys that I was going to tell my doctor that we wanted to do IVF, and we did. And so we had to wait for the new year to begin so that my new insurance plan could take effect. And every time a new year begins, like, you have to, your deductible goes back again and you have to pay it again, and your out-of-pocket expenses also. So whatever you did last year, literally 2019, pretty much gets erased in 2020. And it's very confusing, and it took me, I want to say, a month of calling my insurance company and asking them what the hell a deductible was and what my out-of-pocket, what all of that meant. Oh, it doesn't taste the best, but it has lemon and honey, and it's called Breathe Right. It's a really good tea. It's for respiratory, and it's really good for when you're getting sick, by the way. So, I got, we started the new year and we finally got the information on the insurance, and well, my fertility clinic did. So they gave me a financial worksheet, which I'm going to show you guys right here. So let me turn this camera around. Sorry for the mess you guys just saw. So this is my financial worksheet. As you can see, the date, it says 1/3/20, IVF embryo banking, IVF financial worksheet, my name, and it has the breakdown of everything. And then this is what I wrote today. What I've written in quotes right there is what happened today, which is what I posted. But the initial amount was the 2607.75. Now, once again, sorry for that mess you're seeing. My GoFundMe says, so I'm sorry. I'm assuming most of you have Instagram, so that's why I'm like skipping everywhere. But that's the worksheet that we got. So me and Angel are like, shoot, um, we just paid $2,000 for this surgery that I got in December to check on my tubes, and now we're literally having to pay almost 3,000. So I decided to do a GoFundMe. Angel kind of wanted to wait, but you guys know me and my patience is not the best. So I just decided to put the GoFundMe and see, you know, if maybe we could get a little help. And no, I'm not happy about putting it up. No, I hate asking for help. Um, no, it's not fun. It's not ideal for me, but I'm at a point in my life where I want a baby so desperately that I'll do anything and everything to get that. So we so I did the GoFundMe, and then I'm thinking, okay, this is what we have to do. So they the nurse and the coordinator gave me more information on the IVF, and she told me that my cycle usually begins on the 23rd of every month. Um, and she said that in order for us to start IVF for this month in January, that it would have to be before the 20th. We would have to do signing, um, the consent signing for the IVF. So that's the first thing. So the consents is when you have to pay that amount. So they gave me an appointment for tomorrow, which last week is when we found out about the amount that we had to pay. Um, and to everybody that's joining, hey, and I will get to your comments. And if you have questions, you can write them as I go. You can ask me questions, and then when I'm done telling you guys what's going on, then I will definitely answer your comments. So feel free to type away and write. It's okay. Just know that I'm gonna respond to all of you as soon as um we're done. As soon as I'm done telling you guys what's going on. So um I literally had this week to the next week to basically give this amount. So I'm thinking, okay, how can we make this happen? But realistically speaking, like even that amount right there, there's no way that we can do that. So we were like, okay, we're gonna try, and I put up the GoFundMe and everything. Today, literally the day before my appointment, which my appointment was for tomorrow, I got a phone call from the office telling me that they made a mistake on this financial worksheet and that they're going to be sending me a new one because basically what they did was when I paid for that surgery in December, which is the 2000 and change and whatnot that we raised, when I paid the office that money, they took the money for the deductible, paid it to the insurance, and then the rest they put on my account as a credit. They didn't send it to the surgery center, which is where my laparoscopy was done. So the surgery center never got paid because the surgery center was late in submitting a claim to the insurance company so that they can get paid for services that they did. And so when the insurance paid what they approved to pay for that portion of the surgery, what was left owed was that 861.08 that I just showed you guys on the sheet. So that amount was on my account at the regular office as a credit. So she's like, that they took that credit and they deducted it from what this initial total should be, and they did not pay the surgery center. So I officially owe the surgery center $861.08. So instead of giving me the correct amount a week ago, they gave me the wrong amount because they didn't pay the surgery center and they want to come and call me a day in the afternoon, a day before I'm supposed to go to this appointment tomorrow to sign and give in the money, which, like I said, the 2,600 we don't have. So if we don't have this 2,600, what makes them think that we even have an extra just about $900 if you want to round it, because it's 861. So with all this being said, now the total goes up to almost $3,500. And I usually round it because GoFundMe does charge you fees. And so I just want to backtrack a little. Initially, when we got the surgery done, we were told that either he was going to see adhesions and he was going to remove them when he went in there, or he was going to see a really bad tube and he was going to remove the tube. And depending on the situation is how he would take action. At no point, being that this could be common and being that women like myself could be born with a tube that doesn't work, did he mention, or option C would be that your tube doesn't work and there's nothing we can do. So when I wake up, as you guys saw in that video that I posted, I was upset and I was crying because I didn't get answers. So now here I am the day before I'm supposed to go into this appointment, which, by the way, I had already rescheduled early in the day because I knew that I couldn't go and sign tomorrow because we didn't have the funds to give them for the IVF to begin it. So she didn't even notice that I rescheduled. She was just completely oblivious. She was, I was really upset. She was not apologetic. Like, it was just so bad. And I'm just like, okay. Now, mind you, yes, my insurance is paying for the majority of this. But what happens is that there's an out-of-pocket fee with my deductible in there, which is why I have to pay this much. And also, they're charging me for the PGT testing, which is the embryo biopsy for PGT, which is what I'm reading here. The PGT is the, oh, I forgot what it stands for. It's the genetic testing of the embryo, which is one of the many reasons why we decided to do IVF, is because in the testing, in this PGT testing, the genetic testing, we're able to see if there's chromosomal abnormalities. And that could be one of the causes as to why I'm having recurring miscarriages. However, when I spoke with my insurance, they told me that if provided with the like the answer as to why I need this test to be done, hence the recurring miscarriages, then they would cover it. Because I don't, I'm not trustworthy of, oh, this is how much you have to give us, and I'm just like, oh yeah, here's my money, and I'm not gonna investigate as to, is it really how much I have to give you guys, or are you guys just charging me more? So I do call my insurance company and I do double check, triple check, quadruple check everything completely. And there is a possibility that they will cover it as long as they submit the correct paperwork. So they submitted the paperwork on Sunday, but however, they want me to pay the $1,800, and then if the insurance covers it, they'll refund me. Not like they're saying, no, you should wait until your insurance gets back to us. We can escalate it. And if they cover it, then you don't have to worry about coming out of your pocket another $1,800. Instead, they think that I grow money on trees and whatnot. And my frustration with this is like, how many women, and this is where I might get emotional and I'm sorry, but how many women can't have children like myself, or are having recurring miscarriages, don't know why, and they're trying so hard to have just one baby because all I'm asking for is one baby of my own, and I will be so freaking happy. Just one of my own. And how many women are trying to do the same thing that I'm trying to do, and yet they're dealt with these cards? So when you're being told, "Oh, pay this and pay that," and then they tell you, like, the last minute that you have to pay an extra almost $900, like, you literally sit here and you think, "What are they thinking?" So, like I told you guys before, I'm super grateful to the fact that I do have great insurance and it's gonna cover most of this, the majority of it. However, we're not rich. Most people going through this aren't rich. And pretty much the ones that are rich that go through it, they don't really even voice it or say what they're going through to kind of bring awareness to this. Um, so that's when I decided to put that post up and tell you guys. And for those of you that don't have Instagram or don't follow me on there, I put that I give up, that I literally have to pay just about an extra thousand, that they messed up, that they should have told me this a week ago, because then a week ago I would have had this number in my head already. It's easier to go take a number and then go down from the number, but to go up, you just see how much farther your chances of conceiving or your chances of doing this one thing that could possibly help you are. So at this point, I literally just want to give up. Like I don't want to do this anymore. So, I wanted to update you guys because I appreciate your guys' support. You guys have been here with me for the past year since I started going to my gynecologist's office and I was on the Clomid, and I think about it, and technically right now I should be ovulating, but I don't know if I am, and if I am, I don't know if it's in the good tube or the bad tube. And I think about it, and a year ago when we were trying is when we conceived Olivia, because we found out that we were pregnant with her on Valentine's Day. So when I think about it, I just think about how time has passed and how many things we've gone through and how difficult everything is. And guys, I'm just so fed up. I really don't want to do this no more. Like, I'm done. And this is probably the side that women don't show when we record videos and when we speak to you guys, and when we try to like support one another, we try to show our strong side. We don't ever show this side that's crumbling. But I want to show it to you guys, and I want to be honest with you guys, because if I'm willing to ask for help, then I'm going to show you guys my entire story. So, to make matters worse, there's more. There's more. I guess you can say I'm in so much of a hurry and I just don't want to wait another month or 2 or 3. And it's because, to be honest with you guys, my job is so stressful. And I don't talk about my job, but it really is stressful and it doesn't help the situation at all. Like, at all. It's stressful. My boss is stressful. It's just too much to bear. And so I'm stuck in a spot where I have other opportunities on the table and I want to take them, work-wise, career-wise. And I can't because I need these benefits, because If not, then I'm looking at way more than what I have to come out of pocket at this point. And I just can't. So I feel completely defeated. I feel like worthless. And I feel like it's not fair. I'm a woman and I should be able to have a freaking baby. And I feel like that's our God-given right. You know, when you think about it, I don't know if you guys are religious. I don't know if you're not religious. I don't know if you guys believe in this or not, or how you believe people came about. When you think about it, there was a man and a woman put on this earth at some point, and you put them together, and boom, you have more humans. And that's how it's supposed to freaking work. And at what point did the women not be able to do that? And I think about it and I'm like, nobody should ever blame themselves for this because it's not your fault. But when you think about it in this situation, it's my fault. I can't hold my pregnancies and I take forever to get pregnant. But meanwhile, Angel doesn't have a problem. He, some men, they have low sperm count. He doesn't have that issue. It's literally all me. So when I think about this situation, and I'm like, wow, this really sucks. Like it's all me. So it's like, what the heck? And it's so frustrating and it's so I have no words for it, honestly. And once again, to those of you who hate seeing people cry, I'm so sorry. I'm crying, but this is what it is at this point, and I don't know where we're gonna go from here. I mean, all we can do is try to save and save and save, but like I said, I'm dying to leave my job, and I can't because I'm stuck with these benefits that I need, like I literally need. And anything that goes wrong at my job, I have to keep my mouth shut because I worry that any second I'll lose these benefits and then I really won't ever have a chance of having a child. And at this point when I look at this stupid sheet, which is literally right here, and I look at it and I keep looking at the numbers, and when the lady was talking to me and I'm just like quiet at first and I'm just thinking like, why is this happening? Why am I keep getting hit and hurt with one curveball after another. Here I am thinking that I'm gonna have this surgery that's gonna give me amazing, great answers, and it's gonna, be okay. And then, it's like a curveball after a curveball, and I'm like, how am I supposed to just keep on going? At this point, I feel like it's easier to give up, get another dog, and just try to move on with my life however I can because I'm trying. Trust me when I say I'm trying. Last Friday, I had to go to the ER because I was woken up with really bad shooting pains in my head. Come to find out, now I have migraines and it's called tension headaches, and they you get them because of stress. So imagine how stressed one could be that you your body's physically telling you like, "Hello, you need to calm the fuck down." And then I'm trying to manage that, so I'm like, "Okay, I need to listen to my husband." He's always telling me you need to go to the gym because it's therapeutic, it's gonna help you. And I'm like, "No, no," and I never get myself up to go. Every time I'm working, I'm like too lazy after work. But this week I actually did it, and I've been going to the gym. I've been going to Zumba classes. And even today, after receiving this news, there was a piece of me that didn't want to go, but then there was another part of me that's like, no, it's going to make me feel better. You have to go. And ever since I started going to the gym, my tension headaches have gone away. And I've really been trying, guys. Trust me, I've been trying. Like, me pushing myself to go to the gym and eat healthier and all that. Like, I've done it. I've been helping myself. And it's like every time I feel like I'm climbing up, something just comes and just drags me down. And I'm just like, if I thought 2,600 was high, someone please explain to me how I'm supposed to explain to myself that just about another 1,000 is like it's gonna be fine. Like there's just no way. And I keep thinking to myself, God, if only I can have a miracle and I can ovulate on the good tube this time and all those little sperm guys can reach it and I could just get pregnant. And then all I would have to worry about is going to my fertility specialist for them to make sure that I don't miscarry again. And that's it. That would be like the best. But this is my world. And my world is not easy, as you guys can tell. And so this morning, when I washed my hair and I went outside, even though I had a sweater on, that didn't help. And so now Jeseth is also getting sick. Sorry. So now I'm only also getting sick. So I'm like, okay, great. So this is where I'm at. I'm super pissed off. I feel like fertility clinics take such advantage of women who are at their lowest and know how desperate they are, and they'll charge them however much. And I just think to myself, and I'm like, all these doctors in the world, and there's not one that will help women get pregnant and not charge them a dime. God knows, God knows. That's exactly the first thing I would do if I were to ever win the lottery is start an organization, reach as many women as I can, and just pay for their IVF. But that's not the case, guys. So this is where I'm at. I don't think I left anything out. Um, my needless to say, my appointment tomorrow, I canceled it. I rescheduled it. It's for next week, but the girl from the building department that I called, that I'm waiting for her to call me back so I can tell her I spoke with my insurance. They're asking you to escalate it so that way we can find out how much of the PGT testing they're going to cover. Still hasn't called me back, and I left her 2 voicemails today. But yet, in that department, a different lady calls me to ask me for more money, but they can't get back to me. That's cool. Oh, and for those of you wondering why I don't change clinics, my insurance has a rule that you have to go to a clinic, a fertility clinic of excellence, number one. And number two, it has to be within a certain mile radius of where you live. So if it isn't, you can't go there. And this is the only one closest to me that I can go to. No others. So I'm literally stuck with them. So, in case you guys were wondering, like, wait, can't she switch clinics? No, I can't at all. So, I'm going to look at your comments now. If you have questions, go ahead and ask them. Don't be shy. That's what I'm here for. I wasn't shy, even though I can be. Yes, by the way, I have cut down on costs. I've we're trying as much as we can, but you know. Um for those of you wondering if I really am going to give up, I'm going to say that I guess I don't have a choice. And maybe maybe it's gonna take some time for me to accept that I need to give up, but I know that for my well-being and physically and mentally, that's most likely what I need to do is I need to just give this up and just believe that I'm going to be a dog mom and try to do things that, obviously there's nothing that's going to fill my life the way I feel a child would. When I was little, I just dreamed of the day that I had a baby. It was just one of those things that I just looked so much forward to, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. But I think that this is just, I'm at a point where it's too far of a reach. And, with the stress of my job, I just can't handle it no more. And the stresses of this is just a matter of time before I get sick. And I don't want that for myself, of course. And I'm just not myself anymore. Everything that I do is just everything baby, baby, baby. And it's consumed my entire life for the past 3.5 years. And it's taken over the person that I am. It's taken over my relationship. It's taken over every single thing, every single part of me. And I'm not the Jeseth I was 3.5 years ago, 2 miscarriages ago. I'm just not that person anymore. And I feel like if I keep at this, it's just gonna make me worse. So maybe right now I'm not ready to accept that this is what I need to do, or maybe I'm just not ready to admit it to myself. But deep down, I know that this is too far of a reach and I just have to let it go. So, yeah. I'm gonna look at your comments now and go ahead and ask questions, and I'm gonna answer them. Don't be shy. You can ask whatever you want. It's okay. Um, but yeah, let me look at your comments. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Maria. Hi, Lakena. Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Lakena. Hi, Tara. Hello, Jeseth. Please don't give up. I know you're going through a lot right now, but I have faith you will get there. Thank you, Tara. I think I've lost my faith, honestly. I think that's another thing. My faith is like so empty. I pray. Don't think that I don't. I do. I pray every night. Sometimes I fall asleep because I'm so tired when I'm praying, but in the morning I'm like, oh my gosh, forgive me. But I do pray wholeheartedly. But I think that my faith and feeling like I'm gonna actually be a mother is just like, it's gone and it's deteriorating, and this is just where we're at right now. Hi, Jesse's Journey. Hey, Ashley. Erin, is your insurance still covering part of the cost? Yes, they are. I think I answered that, but if you want more specifics, just comment below. Well, comment here and let me know what specifics. Hey, Shelby. Well, this is a different side that you see of me, Shelby. Princess Claire, for your surgery, you said what you had to pay was $860, but you raised $2,000. Where did the rest of the money go? Can I go towards? No. So my surgery was a total of 2000 2000. I don't have the exact number. It was like 2000 and something. 2063. 2000, yeah, something like that. So from that, let's say the 2000, from that 2000, a certain amount goes to the insurance towards my out of pocket expense. And in the out of pocket expenses is a deductible. So it's like two things. And then the rest goes to the surgery center, which was the 86108, because the insurance doesn't pay 100%. They pay 80% and I have to pay the 20%. So that's why I've raised the 2000 and change, because that's the total of everything that I had to pay. So the surgery center just never got their money, because when I went to the regular office, I paid them. That's where I had to pay it. And so instead of them sending it to the surgery center, they put it into my account as a credit. And they waited to see what the insurance was going to pay. So when that happened, by the time that they got that response, and then this month had begun with the new year and I had started the preparations for the IVF, they assumed that I just had that credit and they completely forgot about having to pay that to the surgery center. So there was literally no money left over. In fact, I think I gave them like a 10, and they were supposed to take $3 from there and give me change, and they didn't have change, and they're like, "Oh, we'll put it on your account," which got me annoyed, because I'm like, if I was missing $7, you guys would give me a big deal, so why don't you have my change? And so I was like, that's ridiculous. And they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." They got the manager and whatever. Anyway, there was no money left over. I wish, trust me, it would totally have gone there. Damn, these costs, you think IVF would be reasonably priced since most are working class. Yeah, you would think. I can't imagine what you're going through, especially mentally. Yeah, mentally not the best. Yeah, see, I understand the pain, the feeling of defeat. Yeah, it's not fun at all. Maybe try eliminating the things you don't need, like nails, eyelashes, stuff like eating out and saving that money. Reach out to bigger YouTubers, organization. Girl, don't give up. Oh, Melly Love, thank you. We have cut down a lot. We don't eat out. We do eat at home. Um, for breakfast, I've even started making shakes instead of getting more like breakfast stuff to make. I did take off my nails, as you can see. I did a regular manicure, and then I do my own toes. My grays are there for a reason, because I can't touch up my hair. Because obviously anything that I think about, like any money that I have, I'm gonna take it and I can put it towards that. For sure the eyelashes are gonna have to stop, obviously. This was my last of it. Um, Other than my lashes, um, which was, I think it was it for the new year? I don't remember. I don't even remember, but other than that, we've cut down a lot. And when you think about taking those little bit of things, even though they add up, it's gonna be a while before you see it actually add up to the amount that we need. So, I mean, I think about it positively in a way, and I'm like, yeah, maybe it could be done. And then the part of me that's just so exhausted and drained from all of this is just like, no, just let it go. And yeah, that's where I think I'm at. Unless we have a miracle, which at this point I'm not believing too much in miracles. I've been with you since day one, and it breaks my heart to see you struggling. I sent you money for your first GoFundMe, and it breaks my heart to see you go through so much heartbreak after Olivia. Thank you, Princess Claire. And excuse my voice, because since I've been talking a lot and my throat is hurting. It's probably gonna start sounding crazy. Thank you for being here for me. For those of you who have been here since day one, since my apartment a year and change ago, I appreciate all of your support. I came on here with the purpose of letting you guys know that you're not alone, that there's other women going through it, and they don't speak about it because it's like very shameful, and you feel very ashamed to have to say it. And I can't tell you how many times people are like, "Do you have any kids?" And you tell them no, and they're like, "Oh, why not?" And I feel like saying, "It's not because I don't want them, it's because I can't freaking have them." And then it's like you don't know what to say, so then you're like, "Oh, well, I'm trying." "Oh, well, how long have you been trying?" And then you're just like, "Mind your goddamn business." But you can't say that because then you're rude, and it gets sticky. It gets very sticky very fast. And it sucks. And seeing pregnant women all the time and seeing newborn babies all the time, and it's not fun at all. Yes, Jesse, it is very upsetting. Thank you, Jesse's journey. It isn't your fault. You can't help that your body's letting you down. I know. And I know that it's not my fault that my body's letting me down, but I still can't help but to feel that sense of guilt because it would suck if it was me and him with the issue, but we wouldn't be alone. I wouldn't be alone in this feeling because I'd be like, damn, why isn't my body cooperating? And so when you think about, damn, why did this have to happen to me? You think about, wow, it's literally just because of me. Like, it's literally just because of me. And if it were the factor of only the fact that I have one tube, okay, but not only that, but I'm I'm miscarrying my pregnancies, even in the safe zone, which is the second trimester, and you're just like, why? And there's no explanation. We've done all the testing, and it's just like nothing, no explanation whatsoever. So that in itself is, it's just super frustrating, and it doesn't feel good. As a woman, we have our insecurities, and now this, like, how am I supposed to walk around and act like I'm amazing when I know what my body can't do? So, it just sucks, guys. I know. Oh, wait, I lost my spot. Hold on. Jesse, I don't know if you consider taking out a loan. I have, and we have applied, and no go. Yes, I have been having them too for a few months. Tension headaches a lot every night. Oh my God, it's shooting pains. It was the worst pain. Like, it was so, so, so bad. They sent me home with medication, which I've been taking. I literally have like 2 pills left, so I don't want to use them. But like I said, the gym's been helping a lot to kind of relieve that stress. So I haven't had to take that medication. At this point, I'm just taking like the Tylenol extra strength. And even that today, I haven't had to take, knock on wood. So I can't say nothing bad about the gym because don't tell Angel, but he was right. It really is therapeutic. But don't tell him I said anything because I hate telling him he's right. So shh, don't say that. Unless he's in this, and then I'm screwed, but I don't think he is. He would have said something stupid by now. But yes, the gym has literally, I feel like the gym cured my headaches. So crazy. Hi, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. I do get it, babe. My husband and I struggled for years and we're charged around 10,000 to be told, good news, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, that's supposed to help me. Exactly. Like, if I'm paying that much money, I want you to tell me what's wrong with me. I don't want you to tell me, guess what? There's nothing wrong with you, because then you're like, so what did I pay that money for? Like, what? No. Hi, Sanika. Punem. How's Angel dealing with all of this news? Oh, there's a question. Okay. So, I'm going to talk to you guys about my lovely husband. Angel is the complete opposite of me. As in, I sit here, I cry, I express my feelings, I tell you guys what's going on. And I need to plug in my phone because it's gonna die. Hold on, guys. And to be honest with you guys, hello, charger, charge. Oh, how do I know if it's charging? Hope it's charging. He's the completely opposite of me. Oh, sorry. He's the complete opposite of me. So anything that has to do with talking about your feelings and showing it, like, that's not him. So, like I said, this whole infertility, TTC journey, this whole thing has put a strain on a lot of things. Like I said, it's put a strain on our relationship. Um, and it gets tough. It's not easy. We don't see eye to eye sometimes because, he's very positive. He's very like, it's gonna be fine. We're not at the point where I should worry. It's gonna be fine. We're not at the point where I should worry. Meanwhile, I'm over here freaking out, like, oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? Oh my God. That's me. That's not him. So sometimes I'm like, can you worry? Like, I wanna see you worry. I wanna see you panic and freak out. And he's just like, that's not gonna help you if I do that. So why would I do that? And even though I understand that, sometimes I'm like, I just want you to have a whole mental breakdown right now because of infertility. And the reality of it is that no, it wouldn't help me. But when we get down to talking about it, he gets, like, for instance, today, he's super pissed off because he feels like these clinics are just in it for the money and they're taking advantage of many women who are going through this, many couples are going through this. And so, he's very upset about it, but he's like ignoring the whole giving up thing. And he's just like, mm-mm. He's like, I'm gonna come up with this money however I can, and I'm gonna do it. And that's that. And that's his final say. So I guess it's just a men thing that they handle it different from the way we handle it. But um all I keep reminding myself is the day of the pregnancy test last year and his reaction when he read that positive. And for those of you who are my OGs and have been here since then, you'll remember his reaction. And I think about that day a lot because I remember while I was on Clomid and we were trying, it was the same reaction as right now. It's just very calm, positive, doesn't speak about it that much, lets me handle it. Um, but then that day, with his reaction, I think I would have cried so much more, but I was shocked by his reaction because it was something that I didn't expect. And it was so emotional, and he's not a person to get emotional like that, especially while people were watching because it was on live. And when I think about that, I think there has to be a part of him deep down inside that must be suffering like me and must want this as much as I do. And so it makes me feel even worse, honestly, because I feel like I'm holding him back from something that he could have had with someone else. He could have possibly had a baby by now, but he chose me. And even though he's like, "Oh, stop, don't talk like that," because sometimes I do tell him, he's like, "It's fine. If it can never happen," even though he doesn't believe we're there yet, he feels like it's totally gonna happen. Like I said, he's super positive. He says that either way, he would be happy because at the end of the day, he does have children, so he knows what it is to be a father. Um, so that's where he is with all of this. I hope that answered your question. And I lost my spot again. Um, okay. Infertility sucks. Yes. Infertility can kiss my ass. Okay. Have you considered surrogacy or adoption? Jesse's journey. Yes. I'm not picky as to how I get a baby. I just want one. The thing is that for surrogacy, it's the same thing. You're doing IVF. We actually have from what I remember, when we had the first miscarriage, Angel's cousin said, "I'm serious, I'll be your surrogate if you need me to." And I would totally trust her with the surrogacy. However, we would have to pay for it's the same thing essentially. Um, you're taking my eggs, his sperm, fertilizing it, taking that embryo and putting it in her uterus. So essentially it's the same thing, IVF, just on a different person carrying your baby. And that costs money. So adoption, same. So praying for your peace of mind. Thank you, Tanika. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you guys, my throat is killing me. Brittany, I came late, but there are lots of grants that you could apply for that cover, if not all, most of the cost of IVF. I know because I was looking into them since we definitely can't afford IVF. I came to the same conclusion this past cycle. It's hard. TTC can make you a shell of yourself if you let it, and the more time that goes on without it happening, the harder it gets. Yes, it does. I just want you to know that you're not alone. Thank you, Brittany. Um, if you can comment and say what grants and how you research them, maybe I might look into it. That's if I haven't 100% decided to tell myself that this is a battle that I'm not going to win. Insurance companies are such a scheme. I can't believe your insurance made you pay them plus pay to the surgery center. It seems like they don't really want to help. They just want to make money off of. Everything is a business. Insurance companies, doctors' offices, everything is a business. Nothing is for the patient. Everything is a business. Girl, don't give up. Take a loan out, keep trying. God will answer your prayers. Thank you, Melly Love. Yes, mentally and physically, this whole process is so overwhelming. I made a promise to myself that I would never forget the dark place that I was in before I had my rainbow baby. The years of pain and losses, etc. Please know I am truly and honestly praying for you. Thank you, Erin, and congratulations wholeheartedly for your rainbow baby. I always said that to myself too. I said I would never abandon this channel. I would never forget the women out there that are still trying. If I ever did have my rainbow baby, like I would never. I feel like it would be it would be such a betrayal, and I could never. Don't let this go when it's something your heart genuinely wants and needs. This will happen for you. Maybe don't actively pursue it as much if your heart needs a break, but don't give it up. When the timing is right, it will happen. I know it's not fair and you don't understand the pain you've had to go through, but this is not the end of the story, just the end of the chapter. It will happen. Thank you, Princess Clara. Claire, sorry, Princess Claire. Hi, Sheba's Life. Hey, Jess, I've been following you along. Still, I just have been very quiet. Just been feeling like everything is crumbling the same way, and I've been more on the quiet side lately. But you do you. I know that we are human. We always feel defeated, but human beings always have the ability to keep going. You know, I was telling my one of my coworkers, I was since you bring that up, I was telling my coworker that when we lost Olivia, I never thought when we were in that room and the sonographer told me and the doctor told me that there was no heartbeat, told us there was no heartbeat. And I crumbled and I started screaming and I was just I was going crazy. When I calmed down and, the doctor gave me like an hour in that room and then he came back in. When he spoke to me and he told me that I had to deliver her and go to labor and delivery, I was like, no. I'm like, no, there's no way. There's no way. I can't do that. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Now, when I sit here and I think, wow, I fucking did that. And I remember that night. Sorry, emotional. I remember my pains. I remember the room. I remember how I felt. I remember that my gastritis acted up, so I was having contraction pains and gastritis pains. Super sharp stomach pains. It was horrible because of the meds that they had me on, but the meds wouldn't take. The pain meds wouldn't take. So I felt everything. And I was like that from 12 a.m. up until the point that Olivia came. And I was screaming in pain. And my mom and Angel were taking turns on holding my hand and letting me squeeze their hand. And when I think of that, I'm like, wow, I fucking did that. And I would have never thought that I would have been capable of such strength. So it's so crazy how you say that human beings always have the ability to keep going. We do have that ability. It's true. I think right now, I just don't even want to keep going. I don't know. Like I said, I have to accept it and I'm not accepting it yet. But I know I have to. Jesse, you're a fighter. Yes, that was priceless, so that alone should keep you going. It should. Remembering the positive pregnancy test should totally keep me going. But I don't know, guys. Try reaching out to the YouTube family called the LeBrant family. They tend to help with families a lot. I'm sure if you told them your story, they can help you. I don't know. I don't know about reaching out to other people. I feel like the GoFundMe was already, it was already like asking a lot, you know? I feel like reaching out to, I don't know. I mean, of course it's worth it. It would be worth it. But I just don't know. Sorry, guys. I just, you can't change the insurance provider. No, actually, my insurance is one of the best insurance there is because most insurances don't cover IVF. I'm so sad that you feel this way. I will keep you in my thoughts and prayers. Oh, thank you, Shayla. You were just so sweet. We're in it for the long road. I get what you're saying about your husband. I'm also doing IVF, but my husband's insurance covers it. Nice. Hey, Jeseth. Oh, Miranda. I just want you to know that I'm praying for you and angels during this rough time. I hope something comes through for you soon. TTC is no jokes, and it takes a lot. It takes a toll on a lot of people. Love you. Love you too, Miranda. Thank you so much. Yes, I'll get the grind and leave it in a comment. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Brittany. Try reaching out to Phil and Alex Conglier. They help people going through IVF. They run a nonprofit called Love Multiplies. Okay. Where can I find them, Shayla? Having to deliver a baby that you know you won't be able to take home with you takes so much strength. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. Yeah, and my heart goes out to you, Brittany, because you fucking did that. There's no way you can say just, yeah, you did that. No, you have to put a curse in it. You have to put that F word there because, yeah, you fucking did that. So you're strong for it. When we lost our daughter, we went through the exact same thing. The labor, delivery, my husband collapsed on the floor screaming when he saw her. You never forget that. It's your worst nightmare. Yeah, Aaron. And my heart goes out to you too. And your husband. I'm going to look, save views, links for different grinds in the comments of this live when it's over. Okay, thank you. Yes, Phil and Alex Tolia, they are such beautiful, beautiful people. Okay, cool. They're on YouTube. Oh, okay. I wonder if I've seen them. They're currently pregnant with their IVF rainbow baby, so I'll definitely check them out. Okay, I will. I don't know how I would approach them, but okay. I guess it's worth a shot. Well, guys, I know it's late. I know this has gone over an hour. Um, if you don't have any more questions for me, I'm gonna end it. I want to thank you guys so much, so much for all your support. And access Instagram, okay. If they can't help, they have and know a lot of resources for you to help, okay. I will definitely do that. Thank you so much for reaching out, for telling me. I will reach out to them. Thank you, Shayla. Yeah, because my hope is pretty much gone. So if you guys can keep the hope for me, then this might work. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know this live was long, but I wanted to update you guys and let you guys know what's going on. So for those of you that don't watch me, that don't follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is my rainbow wish. So if you do have an Instagram, follow me there. I do most of my updates there. If I haven't done them here. So thank you guys so much for all of your prayers, all of your thoughts, all of your great wishes, and bear with me at this time because it's a hard time. So I love you guys so much. Erin, go right ahead. That would actually be better than me reaching out because I'm very shy. So, yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Princess Claire. Oh, that's good, Miranda. I'm so happy for you. Yes, I'll be praying for all of you. Good night. Love you guys so much. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of kisses to all of you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.